Let me say something that might annoy you a little bit. You can train perfectly. You can hit every set, every rep. You might even see a little increase in the weights. You can track your macros, weigh your chicken, optimize your split, and buy every possible supplement out there. And still barely grow. Not because your workout sucks or you're not disciplined enough, but because your sleep is trash. Let me explain. If your sleep is bad, your body literally cannot build muscle efficiently. Not metaphorically, not motivationally, biologically. Muscle growth is not magic. It's chemistry, hormones, nervous system recovery, protein synthesis, and sleep is where over 90% of muscle growth happens. One night of bad sleep has been shown to reduce muscle protein synthesis by around 18%. Testosterone drops, cortisol rises, insulin sensitivity tanks. Your nervous system is in total burnout. Your recovery capacity shrinks. So you end up training harder while recovering worse, and that's why people stay stuck for years. And today I want to break this down properly. I want you to understand exactly how sleep builds muscle, what actually happens inside our bodies when we're unconscious, and how finally get a good night's sleep and how to fuel it. Here's the fundamental mistake most people make. They think muscle is built in the gym. It's not. The gym is where you create the signal. You're essentially telling your body this tissue needs to become stronger. But the actual construction, the rebuilding of fibers, the addition of proteins, the adaptation of your nervous system, that happens when you're resting, mostly when you're sleeping. Muscle growth only happens when muscle protein synthesis exceeds muscle protein breakdown over time. That balance is influenced by hormones, energy, sleep quality, stress levels, and nervous system recovery. If you constantly send a growth signal but never allow the body to recover, you're basically shouting instructions into a construction site where the workers don't show up. If you want to grow, you don't just need to train hard, you need to recover hard. Let's talk physiology. Growth hormone. Deep sleep triggers growth hormone, your main recovery hormone. It repairs tissue and supports fat loss and adaptation. Shallow or broken sleep kills this release. No deep sleep, weaker recovery. Testosterone. Short sleep drops testosterone fast, up to 10 to 15% in 1 week. Lower testosterone means slower gains and worse training quality. You can't out-supplement bad sleep. Cortisol. Bad sleep raises cortisol, the muscle-breaking stress hormone. High cortisol keeps your body in survival mode, not growth mode. You can't out-train stress. Insulin sensitivity. Sleep loss makes you more insulin resistant. More calories go to fat instead of muscle and glycogen. Same food, worse results. Nervous system. Strength depends on a fresh nervous system. Poor sleep reduces force, coordination, and output. Recovery sets your ceiling. Muscle protein synthesis. This is a big one. One night of total sleep deprivation reduces muscle protein synthesis by roughly 18%. Other data suggest partial sleep restriction can push that reduction even higher. That means you literally build less muscle from the same training stimulus. Imagine doing a perfect workout and only capturing 70 to 80% of the adaptation potential because you sleep badly. Here's the irony. People micromanage their training program. They obsess about volume, RIR, tempo, exercise selection. They track macros to the gram. They scroll through TikTok in bed at 2 a.m., drink caffeine at 6 p.m., sleep 5 inconsistent hours, wake up shitty, and repeat. Then wonder why progress slows down. Sleep is an indispensable part of growth, and if you treat it casually, your results will be casual. Okay, now let's get practical. This is how you actually optimize sleep in the real world. Sleep duration. Most lifters need 7 to 9 hours of actual sleep opportunity. No time in bed scrolling. Real sleep. If you're training hard, 8 to 9 is often optimal. Recovery scales with training stress. Consistent schedule. Your circadian rhythm loves consistency. Going to bed and waking up roughly at the same time every day stabilizes hormone release, sleep architecture, and energy levels. Random sleep schedules wreck recovery even if total hours look okay on paper. Your body thrives on rhythm. Light exposure. Morning sunlight anchors your circadian clock. It improves melatonin timing at night and increases alertness during the day. At night, dim lights reduce screen exposure, blue light suppresses melatonin and delays sleep onset. You don't need to leave like a monk, just keep that in mind. Sleep environment. Cool room, ideally around 17 to 20 degrees. Dark, quiet or consistent background noise. Phone out of reach of the bed. Your bedroom should cue sleep, not stimulation. Caffeine management. Caffeine has a half-life of 5 to 7 hours in most people. That means half of it is still in your system long after you feel fine. Cut caffeine at least 8 hours before bed, ideally 10 if you're sensitive. Pre-workouts late in the day quietly destroy sleep quality. Now, it's also important to layer nutrition on top of sleep. Protein intake matters a lot. The evidence consistently showed that around 1.6 to 2.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day maximizes hypertrophy in most lifters. Distribute protein across 3 to 5 meals. Aim for roughly 25 to 40 grams per feeding to maximally stimulate muscle protein synthesis. However, the most important metric is your total daily protein intake. Carbohydrates also matter. They replenish glycogen, which supports training performance. Hydration. Even mild dehydration increases fatigue and impairs sleep quality. About alcohol, it absolutely destroys sleep. It suppresses REM and deep sleep even if you feel you fall asleep faster. If growth matters to you, alcohol should not be habitual. If you want an elite body, you need an elite recovery habits. Nothing perfect or obsessive. And sleep is not what you do after the day. It's what prepares you for tomorrow. It's what determines how much of your effort actually turns into progress. Most people are under-recovered, overstimulated, and chronically stressed and confused why their physique doesn't change. Your discipline shouldn't stop when the lights go off. Protect your sleep like it's a part of your training plan. Because it is. If this video changed what you think about recovery, leave a like so this can reach and help other people. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe for more. Goodbye.